Hello cuties and welcome to another video. We are talking about sex, baby! My favorite topic. So it is Friday, day one of what will be a very long working weekend. Working with some cool people from Germany on sexuality and advocacy in Africa. So while they're in South Africa, we'll be, talking about sex. Today we are here at the DISA clinic to interview Dr. T and to also sit in on a consultation just to hear about how she goes about doing what she does best. And then tomorrow we are in Porch for the workshop that she does. And that's honestly my favorite part. So enjoy!
I'm Dr. Tlaleng Mofokeng, and I'm a medical doctor working in Johannesburg. I've been a doctor for about 13 years now, and specifically working on women's health for most of the time. I do still do clinical work, consulting with patients from various, just general women's health issues, but also couple counseling and sex therapy, as well as, of course, your usual, women's health procedures and contraception work. I've also, written a book in the last year, which has been really fantastic to watch how, it kind of has a life of its own now. It's a guide to sexual health and pleasure. And in my recent role, which is probably one of the most important roles I've done yet, I was appointed to be a commissioner at the Commission for Gender Equality by the President in 2019. So that's a role for me that, it's an extension of my activism and my advocacy to ensure that, we live in a country but also in a world that's gender equal. Yeah. It's the uterus. Yeah. And then really? It's lovely. It's good.
Lovely.
Lovely.
Hello kitties and welcome to day 2 of my work weekend. We are at the workshop in Potch, and contrary to what I had said yesterday, today's content is about my other favorite topic, abortions.
The framework you are using to offer services to your clients is a human rights framework, right? And it's a human rights framework that is also constitutional, because the our constitution was written with the human rights perspective. So everything we discuss today is based on constitutional rights of, and our constitution in South Africa is very simple. It doesn't say permanent resident, it doesn't say criminal, it says all those humans. Don't forget that. And so when we speak about sexual and reproductive health and rights, they are also human rights. Often you hear this slogan, SRHR is women's rights, right? But for those people who don't think women are equal, they still want to uphold their rights because they think they're doing it as a favor. So we need to get to a point where we realize that SRHR rights, sexual and reproductive health rights, are human rights. Yeah? We know those four weeks, or this weekend, we are going to be dancing. Because there's just something in the air, then. And people stab each other, there's gunshot wounds, or some motor vehicle accident come. Have you guys ever refused to give those people care? They say, no, my religion doesn't allow me to give care to men who just stay each other for a soccer match. That's useless. Why are you staying each other over soccer? Have you ever refused treatment to someone you're like, Luna, you are drinking and driving. You didn't smell of alcohol. So we're not going to sort you out. We need to go to new mates. We're not drinking it. My morals and my culture is clear there. You do that. So why is it so easy then for people to discriminate with those who have uteruses, with those who need sexual and reproductive health and rights? So we need to look at the politics of health and not as health providers fall into the trap of perpetuating injustices and hiding, cowardly so, behind culture, religion, morals, when we are not dealing with other sets of patients Does that make sense? So when a young woman comes in for contraception, it's not anyone's place to open the Bible and start reading about abstinence and all of those things. If they wanted a priest, they would have gone to the church and asked for contraception there, but they didn't, right? They came to the clinic or the hospital. And so what is expected from us is a professional and it's medical ethics. That's what we need to understand. If someone comes in for whatever reason and says, you know what, I don't want to be pregnant anymore, is it our place to then quote Genesis chapter 5 or Europeans, whatever? It's not our place. There is no other medical procedure in this country, and I will even say in the world, that is an actual act. It's a law. So it means if you deviate from that act, you are breaking the law. So that's what we need to understand. So why I truly again believe that when we are doing comprehensive sexuality education, we should not separate boys and girls. It's because of this question. If boys from when they are children understand that sperm has DNA, genetic material in it, if I ejaculate near a vaginal opening, near a uterus, chances of my sperm leading to a fetus are very high. Right? If I don't want a fetus and I'm not ready for a child, I must not deposit my genetic material near anything that would lead to a fetus and a baby at the end. Once your genetic material Sam is in my body, I own it. And I own every decision that has to do with what's in my body. Like the guy, Jack Daniels, I own it. It's in my blood. It's mine now. It's mine. Jack Daniels can come back and say, but it's our friend. It's mine now. And we miss these things at a foundation level because, again, we don't have this discussion. But again, because they don't suit the societal construct, their patriarchy, where men feel that they have entitlement over what happens to women. Those seeds get planted even by omission. So by omitting the fact that you have your own body, I have my own body, and what happens here is mine and what happens there is yours, that omission makes it easy for you to feel entitled later on. Right? It's an omission. People don't tell us this. What they also don't tell you is that having a uterus is not fun. We really, every third week we are either PMSing or ovulating and then we are menstruating. It's not cute. Not even for us. So I'm sure some of us say if we had a choice, now we will remove the uterus. And now good guys. How is there any other plan of having children and getting pregnant? If men want to have a say on fetuses and children, men must provide the technology to do it. Because as it is, the only person, the only people who can make decisions about fertility, giving birth to children, it's all with fetuses. And it's just a simple, and that's just the way it was designed. No one would like to run things and almost die every month, but that's what we do. We wish we could meet our creator and be like, I go, what happened? So you know that the day will come where you will meet your creator and ask him how, but we want advice over having children, why did you not give us uteruses? That's the fact that men must fight with their maker. Really and truly, that's just what it is. And it's the same way as contraception, how women are the ones who are burdened with contraception. As if men just have these wonderful ejaculations and umnandi nje, and just want to give it a wonderful and the same way that even if you want a child, Sam, unless you are adopting, you can't force your wife, hey, I want the hair with my family. So it works both ways, not just abortion. Even if you want a child. And I saw a funny thing, my brother sent it to me yesterday. He said if women can opt out of pregnancy, men also shouldn't be able to opt out of
being parents.
That have to do with pregnant people.
So
the burden, unfortunately, still lies on women. We know for a fact that even contraceptives are out of stock in many of the clinics, right? If you go as a young woman, 16, 17, after school, you are going to, God forbid, it's even up above the knee, that trilateral contraception. You guys have witnessed what happens, right? So, when we're talking about access, we mean access not just in policy or in law, or the fact that I have an ability to walk into a clinic. We need access literally. Can you get to a clinic and be treated with dignity, with fairness, and can you get timeless care? So there's no point for me going to a clinic where they just stock out, I must come back next month. That's not service, that's not right. So timelier service, timelier care is crucial to sexual and reproductive health and rights. And when I was giving you the introduction earlier on, I spoke about the legal communication. I prefer contraception service. Why you are taking contraception could be family planning. Is contraception or are those hormones taken only for contraception? No. So if you are a transgender patient and you see written family planning, are you inclined to walk into that facility and think, yeah, they will help me with my transition hormone?
No.
Not likely, right? If it's written contraception clinic, still, you are not really likely to walk into it, right? But if we say hormonal therapy, will menopausal women feel like they can walk in there? Because when you are menopausal, you are not planning a family, you are not contracepting anything, but you need the same estrogen. So you see how language can just from the get-go say to some people, this is for you and this ain't for you. So it's not okay that people are dying preventable deaths in our case.
Sorry.
Tell them to like, comment, and subscribe.
Please subscribe to the channel. It's important, and comment, and because we want the please, please.
Yay! You heard it from Dr. Sex herself. Bye.